I think the internet
Neil, Farley, anybody?
Is...
Got it. There we go. Oh, good.
Flipping out. Thank God for that.
Right.
It's been a day. Well, it hasn't. It was okay until about half an hour ago. 17
minutes.
No, before that.
Oh, yeah, before that. Been winding my husband up, but I've stopped now.
Yeah, well, it'll explode if you do any more sound sort of thing. Because, what? It's supposed to be chilling on a Sunday.
Oh, speaking of which, has anybody else seen Toyah Wilcox and Robert Fripp doing their Sunday afternoon? Oh, if you haven't, please look them up. Toyah Wilcox and Robert Fripp on YouTube Sunday afternoon.
They're not as long and boring as us.
Nah,
but
they're only really short and absolute genius.
I just caught the first one a while ago. I know Toyah Wilcox, as a kind of
hey Joan,
punky pop star from the 70s and 80s and that, and then later a voice of a Teletubby, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and Robert Fripp, as one of the world's best guitarists and a bit shy.
And King Crimson.
I saw him as a guitarist on a gig by Peter Gabriel at Hammersmith Odeon, where, I saw him. He played behind a curtain at the side because he's very shy. Anyway, he's got over it. So I caught this little YouTube thing where he's in Toyah Wilcox's kitchen and with a guitar and they're doing something. And it turns out they're married and have been for about 30 years. I never knew.
I was astonished. I mean, Toyah Wilcox and Robert Fripp, come on. But yeah, there you go, match made in heaven.
Okay. Joan, can we put a link in the comments?
What link?
To Toyah and Bob.
Oh.
I'll just
Toyah.
Yeah.
Wilcox with an X.
Yeah. And Robert Fripp.
With 2 P's. Let's have a look.
Mary means hello from Southern California. Neil Pye. Well, you're a highlight of my weekend. Give us a joke.
Oh, do you know what, Neil? I was thinking about this. Honestly, through the week, all of you, that's you lot, you. I think about you through the week, the things you've said, either to us or to each other on here. And you're actually doing it for us as much as we're doing it for you, I think. So, yeah.
Okay, Cindy.
Yeah.
You're either very fast typist, or you've got a secret hotkey. You just go, and it goes, "Hi, Keith, Mrs. Keith Cookstein, you lot mods."
She's talented.
I know, I like it. Yeah. And then you've got another one that says, "Bang the thumb thing."
Right. Now then, Chris wants to know if you've done any Greek or Cypriot dishes.
All right. Oh, my God.
Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry about your dad. That is just awful. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the channel. So sorry.
Yeah.
We've got a book of cookery, haven't we? We've got a book of Greek cookery downstairs on the shelf.
Yeah. I've done moussaka. I've done lamb kefchiko. In my dreams, I've done those spanakopters.
Yeah.
We'll. I'll tell you what. We'll have a look in the Greek cookbook and do one for your dad. Hey.
Well, thank you for coming.
You can stay.
My crew's here. Hello from West Australia. Let's have a look. Right. There you go, Chris. Noah says, fantastic souvlaki wrap recently with a feta sauce to die for. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah. I mean, we actually love Greek food. We had a little holiday, didn't we? When our son was a baby, we went to Poros and we just had a very, very nice time. But yeah, I really like Greek food. I mean, what's not to like?
Yeah.
Okay, Neil, what do you got? Oh.
A miserable journalist.
You encouraged him.
Racism, you're banned, you're barred. Cindy, on your laptop instead of your phone. Well, that's good.
Hey, we were nearly on my laptop.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
Mrs. McBrew 2072. I not only know what cholent is, I have done it. And I've still got 2 pots left in the freezer.
And I bet it's brilliant, but I've forgotten what it is. So
it's a sort of beef and bean stew, and it's a Jewish dish. They make it on the day before the Sabbath,
right?
And set it to cook overnight. And once Sabbath finishes after prayers or sunset and then they can have it.
Mm-hmm.
So it
sounds like a proper winter warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Joan. Oh dear. Well,
Joan, really, just don't do it, because I mean, apart from anything else, honestly, it's just he's got more frying pans than we know what to do with. Our kitchen is so full. Pan drawer is full. You get yourself a second best pan or something. Honestly, it's so kind, but no, we've already filled our house, haven't we? Yeah. Not just me. Yeah. Okay. Right. CF Wilshaw. Hello. That's very formal. CF. Hi, Brendan. There you go. And Brett. Mrs. McBrew doesn't believe it. She was expecting you to go, nope. See, sometimes I'm ahead of the curve. Most times I'm not. Brendan Gribben from Armagh, Ireland. So we got Armley and Armagh today. Anywhere else beginning with arm? Arm wrestling. No, just ignore me. Mary, I didn't realise you were self-isolating. I have to look at the webcam. So it makes it look like I'm looking at you. That's scary. See, I thought it would be. It was your idea. Yes, it was my idea. I said we should look at the camera constantly. That would be creative. But no, we can't see what's down there. No, but you know what we're doing, Keith, don't you? This is one especially for Neil Pye. We're doing camaraderie. Okay. Don't mind me. Well, sometimes. Oh dear. Watch your mic. Let's have a look. Dan Toombs recipe book, British Indian restaurant dishes. Hang on, Noah, we've got, I think we've got 3 of his books. We've got the green one, the blue one, and the red one. Noah. Not only have we got 3 of his books, he's been to our house and we've done a collaboration with him. Noah might not be psychic. Dear. This is week 11. Oh goodness. So we've heard of Dan. Mike Wickham, Watcher, Kalimaras, halloumi, falafel, moussaka, and skinistos. Don't know, but yeah, all of the above. So let's have a look. Hi, Dabo. Scott, is that hello? Because I missed you saying hello. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was getting a chili on. We were here early, and so we didn't get started. Sitting around waiting. Yes, we've since 17 minutes past 2 when we actually managed to get on. Slow cooker magic, yes indeed. What's Sol Logan on about? Yes, as Kalimaris, been to Cyprus. Yeah, halloumi, falafel, isn't it? Yeah. There's a list of good things he remembers. There you go. Joan, is this I don't know, is this a look, okay. I'll you can send Dosh on PayPal to info@keithcooks.com. Oh, okay. And tell me what I've got to get. Help you too. I won't type in Scottish Yorkshire dialect anymore. My sides are killing me watching you. Cottage pie for dinner today, guys. You make my day. Love from Rotherham, meow cocker. Meow cocker. That's my old cock Robin. That's
no,
Robin. Cockney Scouse, isn't it?
Cockney Scouse. Rhyming spandex.
We watched Billy Elliot last night. No,
later. Bobby Griffin.
Yes, we are getting slight. Well, I don't know about you, but I am definitely getting stir crazy now. I've had it fairly bad for about 3 days.
Yeah.
But yes, fine.
Meal pie.
Both of you staring. You both look shocked. Yes.
That's Yes. I mean, the cholent was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know.
And it's still in the freezer.
I might chuck it. I think there's only one. In fact, there might not be any. Camaraderie, leave it at.
Yeah. Don't get me started. Right.
Joan, very good point. This is what will happen. This is why it's too soon to be like loosening up.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Do you know, we've been using our masks now for I don't know, I think it's a fortnight. I think you said it's only a week, but the
fortnight.
Yeah, the Monday that they decided that they were loosening things up, I wheeled out the masks and the hand sanitizer because I just thought this is asking for trouble. So stay safe. Yes, sounds like you've got sense anyway.
Okay.
Bobby says they've had the same thing in Florida.
Yeah. Okay. Mike Wickham, watcher because I'm a Hampshire hog. What's Hampshire hog? A pig from Hampshire.
Oh, Mrs. McBrew. Right. There was somebody else on last week from Australia. Do you remember? Oh, it was Joan Baker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joan Baker was up in her bedroom and, she joined in and we had no idea. We thought it was early everywhere else. Don't ask me why, not thinking really. And then she said, right, I'm going to have to go now because it's midnight and I need to go to bed. And so thank you for staying up late for us.
Okay, Indochina James, is it trendy in Spain to have turquoise kitchens?
¿Por qué?
I don't know. ¿Por qué? Because we had a naranja one, didn't we, when we lived there? Naranja. And then the next one was a blanco.
That means orange.
Orange.
And white. Yeah, everyone knows that one.
Do you remember that landlord lady made us buy a new kitchen because I scratched the high gloss orange finish on the cupboards.
He's been so nice because she made us buy a new cupboard door, but it was because I had taken a scourer to it and I had scratched it. But thank you, darling. Yeah.
No, but it was super high gloss and it was going to scratch whatever you did.
Anyway.
I've
been having I had a good old cleaning session at the start of the week. I was busy doing the kitchen cupboards, the kitchen floor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's worn off now. It's like stuff to be done.
No, it'll last.
Dishes to do.
Barb Jaffa Moot. Yes, it was Jaffa Cakes biscuits.
Oh, Jaffa Cakes, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember you did that.
Yeah.
Horlicks pie.
Oh.
I didn't like.
Why?
I didn't like Horlicks anyway.
I hate Horlicks.
But what's in Horlicks, guys?
It's kind of malty. It's a milky malty drink. It's
so,
awful.
But if we like extract of malt.
No, it's like if you made beer with milk, it'd be like that.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Let's have a look.
Peanut butter with Marmite.
So hang on. Short version then, Nathaniel, is it doesn't sound good to us, so try it. Let us know. Yeah. What, Keith?
No.
Peanut butter with Marmite in it.
Yes, I actually had a crumpet the other day with peanut butter and Marmite, not the one you buy where they've mixed them up together already. And yeah, it was bloody horrible.
Okay. We've had chicken satay twice. Because do you remember last week it was all that discussion about the peanuts? Who was that? I'm sorry, I don't remember who says what. But who was telling us all about satay? It wasn't
Saturday night at the movies.
So, guys,
anyway,
don't
about
satay last week.
If they're here, they'll tell us.
All
but
right.
anyway,
Okay.
I got the idea that I should practice making satay because one day I'm going to do a video of it.
And I was open to actually trying it. And so he made it with some of our antique crunchy peanut butter that I bought for making bird food with.
Got it in our little heads that we hate peanut butter.
I thought it was just in my little head.
That I like it, that I hate it.
Oh, I thought you liked it.
I do like it.
Oh, okay. No, I knew I hated it. Anyway.
And now you've started eating it.
Yeah, well, only because you're doing it in satay.
Oh, cracky rama. Anyway.
So there you go. That's the influence you guys had on us.
Brendan Dasser. Dasser. Good evening from India. Your cooking rocks. Thank you. Mike Watcher is... Well, it's more of a Londony thing to say, I think. But anyway,
two-ingredient pizza.
Not too bad. That damning with faint praise.
Tomato soup video, and our kitchen was turquoise 6 years ago.
6 years.
That was the teeny kitchen in Madrid.
Yeah.
Have I missed a flat out? I'm sure I know where we were living.
Right, no, yeah, it would have been the teeny kitchen in Madrid. Right, okay, now, so, James, I get now why the kitchen was turquoise. It wasn't. That was just some paper on the wall behind me, because the tiling was just big flowers and everything. It was awful.
There you go.
So, yeah.
And he likes turquoise.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Okay. Nathaniel Evans is asking if cats can eat grapes. I think there's a joke coming on, but I can't see an answer.
We don't know.
I've also been working on inventing kind of edible blue tack. Okay, Nathaniel, stop eating blue tack. It is affecting you. You may not realise this, but it's definitely affecting you. Can cats eat grapes?
Okay, spicy food, hot food, better those. So Logan, we can't handle really hot food at all.
No, I mean we like spices. We like all the different. Yeah. And I like the way spices kind of work on your tongue in different areas. And oh yes, actually yeah. When we had chicken satay, what I thought it needed was lime pickle, and I had some with it, and I thought it was marvelous because I thought it balanced the of the peanut butter. But I like it now. It's all right.
Right.
Is that Joan sending you money so you can get a frying pan?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Joan, really?
All right. I mean, and
you
then
shouldn't have, but thank you.
We'll see.
Right.
Okay.
Boffin's in the room. He's got Bovril as opposed to Horlicks. Yeah.
Well, Bovril is very opposed to Horlicks.
Yeah, well, he's not opposing it. He's just saying he's having a hot drink. Let's have a look.
Okay. Joan, can you just email me what the reference is for that?
What's Barb Kaffelmilk talking about? I had to send away for it, and by the time it got here to Ohio, I forgot what the recipe was.
Oh no. Probably Marmite.
Right, yeah. Barb, can't see what your original comment was. We scrolled down too far. Would you mind reminding us? Sorry.
Okay, Boyle, did we have the satay on Satay Day? See, you spelt it wrong.
Yeah, we had it on Sunday because it was straight after the live stream.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Edible blue tack. Oh, you were on about that. God.
Yeah. No. Then peanut butter and cottage cheese is lovely.
It might be. We've got some cottage cheese.
Will you try it? There we go. Maltesers and milk mushed together is Horlicks.
Yeah, pretty much.
I liked Maltesers, but I don't like milk.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't like milk.
No, I don't like milk.
So you wouldn't like it?
No.
So, yeah, okay.
Nathaniel Evans.
Oh, come on. Well, they might be.
It just looks like two very oily things put together. I like chorizo. Hello, William Jones.
Hello, William Jones. Bowl, my notices have been pushed back to August 4th. Don't know if we're getting married this year, then I'll pretend marriage increase in September. Oh, cracky Rama.
What? Darbo, is that reading reading the bands when you say the notices? I don't understand.
It'd be something like that.
Okay.
Chai latte. That sounds very
Right,
Indian Italian.
Good luck, Darbo, however it works out.
Can vegans kill? Of course they can. They're just not allowed to eat them.
That's reasonable to me.
Buddhists, on the other hand, just have to put up with the buggers.
I think Horlicks is like Ovaltine. It's just a different brand, isn't it?
Yeah, different brands are the same. Horrible thing.
Other opinions are available.
Joan Strine, I knew there'd be a scratch. Catch.
There better not be a scratch.
Never scrub. Okay, all right. I'll look after it. I will.
Bless. Hello, Elvis.
Bob, it was orange jelly. It was the Jaffa cakes.
Oh, Jaffa cake question. Yes, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chai latte is such a different, delicious treat. Oh, okay. What?
But he says he makes it in the. So there was a Tassissimo mentioned somewhere.
Tassissimo.
Tassissimo.
Ken, hello. Yeah, we're fine. It's well.
What's semifreddo? I know the name, but
well, you know Freddo.
I thought it would be an adjective.
It's half of that.
It's half a frog.
No, it's soft ice cream, isn't it? It's like Freddo is froz.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
okay.
There's an Italian in the house.
Well, sorry you've had a bad week, Ken. Really.
It's
hope
been
you feel better.
Not the best.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Hot Vegemite or a shot of olive oil in what? Vegemite in coffee?
So
olive oil in coffee?
An interesting set of taste buds. You have them analysed.
I'm...
You going to try that, babe? I feel a no coming on.
Yeah.
Right. The bands, yeah. Okay. Well, Darbo, as long as you've got each other, the paperwork will get done eventually. As long as you get your party at the end. That's it. Jan, on the subject of what's going on in the UK at the moment, we're not doing that on a Sunday afternoon. We've got fairly strong opinions, as have most people, I think. And it's like, let's not all get started. I'm sure there are other chats where folks haven't come to basically cheer up and catch up with people. That's what this one is.
Seconded. But yeah, shit.
Okay. 17 years. Yeah.
Oh, living in sin.
Hello, Lee.
Morning. Yeah. Dirty chai.
Karen's local cafe does a mean dirty chai. That sounds like all sorts of pleasures rolled up in one.
I don't know.
And probably not for... Oh, it's all right. You can't get on here if you're under 18, can you? Right, sunny California.
Viennetta.
Yeah, so we've got Florida.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, right.
All right. A Viennetta, says Mike Whitcomb,
There
is
you go,
essentially
Ken.
a commercial interpretation of a semifreddo. Semifreddo.
Yes.
Yeah. Chicken and camembert pie.
It's got to be worth trying. Is that a yes?
Camera look. Marmite milkshake. Oh, you're all being silly now. Stop it.
What? We're the only ones allowed to be silly. Let's have a look. Marmite milkshake. Do you know what? Actually, no. I think he's onto something. Milkshakes don't have to be sweet. If you hate milk and you need to get it down your neck, then putting something savoury in that you really like, you should do it. I think you might be onto something there. So there you go.
Okay. Chris McCura, are we looking forward to the pubs reopening? Yes and no.
I am. I mean, I'm not expecting it to happen and it to be safe or anything, but what?
No, but back to
the olden days when, yeah.
I mean, there's a few that I know of locally that I'm not going to reopen. They're dead. They didn't make it.
Yeah. Actually, well, which one is that? Because there's one that
the
does.
Alwyn Rodley.
Yeah, but that's one that specialises in food. I mean, I think they built an extension and all sorts of things so that they could expand their food business. So I think that's their problem. That's
I think it's.
Who else has shut down?
Oh, I can't remember exactly, but in town.
In town, right.
If you haven't got a huge garden, outdoor space, you're gonna be struggling. So there's 2 or 3 places that we frequent that are equipped with a lot of outdoor space, but even in the height of summer, it's packed, it's rammed. So I don't know how they're going to be rationing space. You're going to have to book maybe, or
we used to do a Saturday shop, and then we go to there's a couple of pubs that we like, and you just go sit. The bags, the shopping's done, it's in the boot of the car, and you can just sit, and it's nice, isn't it? Even if you don't know anybody else, just if you sit in a nice place and people are around you and are relaxed and chatting and enjoying themselves. So I do like Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, and do you know what? Reading about what Wetherspoons are planning, it could work. You're going to you're forced to use their app to order the stuff, so you're not wandering through the place, going to the bar and queuing at the bar.
Oh yeah, because they've got their app, haven't they?
Yeah, because they're big
I've never used it
because
I thought it was such a lazy thing to do.
But not for the beer.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have perspex screens around tables. It'll be.
That's like a booth restaurant.
Yeah, but it'll be something like. But yeah.
I think actually one thing is this morning, I was pretty fed up this morning, and I went out for a walk, and I decided to set an alarm for 15 minutes, walk as far as I could in 15 minutes, see where I was, and then come back. I'm hopefully in a better mood. So that's what it's on. And yeah, I came back feeling better. And what set me off on this? What were we talking about just a second ago? Pubs. Oh yeah. But there was a point where I was intent on my walk and looking at everything around me, and I came to a crossroads, and I walked across the road, and there was a couple waiting to cross, going the other way, and I just went past them. But as I was going past them, I suddenly thought, I'm too close. I'm moving fast. I'm breathing quite strongly. So, that thing about they don't want athletes too close together. They don't want to be people dancing because you're going to breathe more if you're active. So I'm reminded of that because if you go to the pub, you have a couple of drinks, that really tends to let your guard down. And people just remembering that, I don't know, they're not here to enjoy themselves. It's going to be a bit tricky. I don't know how it can be done, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very, very tricky. Okay, right. Joan, I killed the pierogi.
I'm assuming that was a good thing, yes? Because
I think so. But many people
nearly killed you, didn't it?
2 people said I pronounced it wrong, and one said he was going to have a stroke because I pronounced it wrong. I was calling it pierogi, and it's pierogi.
Oh no!
Except in some places where it's pierogi.
Okay. I must admit, it crossed my mind because I've only seen it written down, and all these things, and I thought, well, we're automatically going G because it's Latin languages. Yeah, it tends to do that.
Anyway, I've apologised to them.
But can I just say, honestly, we really liked them. I mean, the first batch. You weren't happy, was it?
Because they were too big and they were shaped like bananas.
But the second ones, and I could just imagine. Dwayne's not in yet, but I could just see that as the sort of thing that someone's making constantly.
He's made 300 pierogi.
But I thought it's the sort of thing that if your mum or your grandma's making them, it's the sort of thing where you nip into the kitchen and you pinch one off the side and you get off again, and then you come back again. I can imagine kids absolutely going for that.
Well, you did.
Proper family. Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, we'll have the pierogi. Yeah. Bars and restaurants have reopened. Yeah.
Where's Hutton Rugby? Mrs. McBrew?
Don't know.
Oh, hang on. Mrs. McBrew's in Australia, so we're not going to know it. Right. Yeah, Mike was saying about bars and restaurants in Italy. Yeah, in France as well. So my brother was out yesterday, and he just posted from a little cafe on a waterfront, and he was there with his 2 daughters. This is fantastic because one of the 2 daughters has been sort of stuck in Paris, self-isolating for ages. So they're back together again. It's lovely.
Yeah. Toilets in pubs. Yeah, very, 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 very tricky.
The toilets are open in the supermarket as well. I'm not going. That's basically
I mean,
it.
They might have a member of staff in there who's just going to clean up every time.
That's a very big ask.
Give your hands a squirt. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mike, I like the sound of
local butcher
greengrocer, and
I think this might be a great benefit for small businesses like that, because
veg boxes.
If I just want to go and grab some onions or something, and I don't want the hassle of queuing to get into a supermarket and to do the payment and that, because I used to go shopping every day, and now I'm twice a week, and just very wary that this might be the day you catch it, and no more me. So yeah, it's not great.
Hi, Brenda. Brenda has come.
Oh, Bren's done. All right. Yeah. Life is complete. Hello,
She's
Bren.
Been mopping the kitchen floor.
Good. About time you did. It's been looking a bit, perfect.
So everyone from somewhere else is an alien.
Oh, Kat. What's going on with Tesco potatoes? All right.
Well, we haven't been to Tesco's in ages because
we only go
our
to
locals a bit. The aisles aren't as wide, so we go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a bit impossible.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Whoa, did you know that? Darbo says that Wetherspoons have sacked all their staff.
I'm not entirely sure. Yes. No. When this all started, yeah, and they had to close down, he said they weren't going to pay them. They might have got some payment from the government. But he suggested they all go and work at Tesco's or somewhere, or Aldi.
Oh yeah.
And they could have the jobs back when it all reopened.
So, right.
So yeah, as a consequence of that, I am actually boycotting Wetherspoons. I forgot that, aren't we?
I have no idea.
No, he's a complete
I am
twat.
now. There's no excuse.
Tim Wetherspoon. I mean, apart from his stance on the other thing, is just a complete asshole. And yeah, his attitude to his staff, his treatment of his staff is just shocking. They're on, absolute minimum wage anyway. So, the cost of paying them is probably what he pays himself each week. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well,
I can't believe that.
Asshole.
Anyway, let's have a look.
So Logan, do I believe in aliens? Not as a thing to worship, but I do believe they exist. Yeah, obviously, we cannot be the only sentient race in the universe. It's just not possible, is it? Is it?
Don't know. No. That is the basic answer, I think. Right, Brendan spotted we're in the rhubarb triangle. Well, actually, yeah, as he says, close to. We've got rhubarb in the garden, but I've just transplanted it, and I've got little nodules coming up, and it's all very promising, so I'm really pleased. But I haven't done anything with it. Rhubarb tart. So we've got some rhubarb and ginger jam from Whiteley's Farm Shop, and a neighbour gave us a rhubarb pie the other day.
Yeah, and Whiteley's, about a mile from here, on the edge of Pudsey. they do forced rhubarb through the winter in one of their polytunnels, and it's really amazing stuff.
Yeah. Nathaniel, living out of your local paper shop. That must be extremely expensive. That's the only trouble, isn't it, with little shops? They don't get the big supermarket rates.
Where are we up to?
At the top, right at the top. There you go. Chris, we don't do supermarket. I mean, they're available. Supermarket deliveries are available, but I mean, Keith will tell you, getting out of the house and out and about into a space like that, it's actually time out. So it's social as much as anything else.
It's our social life at the moment. Mrs. McBrew, Hutton Rugby in North Yorkshire. Well, sorry, never heard of it, but
that doesn't mean anything.
No,
okay.
Because
okay, so Gordon Ramsay can't pronounce things either. Thank you, Cindy.
Yes, indeed.
All right, geoduck is pronounced gooey duck.
Of course it is. Anybody
you need to make
who knows anything about
Come on, babe.
geoduck.
You've got to make gooey duck.
Gooey duck.
You've got to make gooey duck.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Tesco's Malaysia. Cool.
All right.
Oh, I'll tell you what. What?
Mike Whitcomb, is it near Barnard Castle?
Well,
if it's in North Yorkshire, it could be. Yeah, not so far from.
Ken,
Durham.
I planted 2 elderflower bushes a couple of years ago, and we've got loads and loads of elderflower blossom at the moment. So I'm the next time we have sun, I'm going to have a go at making some elderflower.
Hello. James at Goatshire. Rhubarb in Yorkshire Pud when I was a lad in Yorkshire, Edlington.
Ooh.
Are you pulling my blonker? What?
Well, shouldn't you know? Anyway.
Did you grow up in Edlington? James? Eh?
Yeah. Mrs. McBrew, I think Mike's teasing you, shall we say. Let's have a look. Okay, Kat. Good luck with your lettuces. I've put beer traps next to my courgettes, and they seem to be working. We talked about this the other week. Now then, consciousness.
All right, Connor Hardacre. I've done beef welly bob a couple of years ago, I think.
That is a special treat, Neil. That is.
I do it every couple of years. One day I'll get it right.
Yeah. Neil, I'm with you on the stir crazy. Yeah, rhubarb pie, rhubarb crumble, absolutely. Oh, rhubarb's wonderful.
Brenda, have I ever made a pasticcio? No, I haven't. I don't even know what one is. So, enlighten me, please. Yeah. All right.
I've done a trifle video.
A trifle? No, because you hate trifle.
Yeah. Basically.
Mm-hmm. You'd probably love it if I made one.
Oh no, I made a very fine one years ago.
I remember.
Okay.
No, actually, sorry. I remember the shopping that went into it to get all these exotic Italian biscotti things and
Oh, I've completely forgotten that, because the only trifle that I can remember that I ever made was when I was at university, and as I said before, when we used to go up for Sunday lunch with the university chaplain, he'd invite about 10 people for lunch, and you all turned up and cooked lunch. You know, we all got in the kitchen and talked and laughed and cooked, and it was great. And my job one day was the trifle. And he got this amazing fridge, like something out of the 1950s, I think. You know, it sort of opened and closed with a whoosh. And it was lovely and curvy and coloured cream. You know, like 50s style for domestic equipment. Right. It was curvy, wasn't it?
All right. Okay, James Gocher. So apparently you lived in Edlow between the age of 3 and 6. So we probably didn't go to school together. Anyway. All right. Neil Pye, rhubarb was a dog and a custard was a cat. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Mukuru. Right, I meant to plug this. Slugs and snails.
Slugs and snails. Puppy dog's tails.
This little booklet of cartoons about slugs.
You know you love them, really. Go on. Go on.
Was written, produced, drawn, everything by my mate Harry Trout in Liverpool to raise dosh for PPE for the NHS. So you can get that for £5. £5 to get a PDF version, £5.50 in the UK to get that printed booklet. So now I should
a bit more detail might
tell
be
you
good.
how to get it, and I don't know. And I don't know.
Okay, his name's Harry, surname Trow, Trow. What's the book called?
Harry's Slugfest, but you won't find it on. You'll only find it on his thing.
I reckon if you search the internet, it's going to come up somewhere.
I reckon I can find it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so while I'm doing that, I'll just pop out the messages so you can keep on it.
Sugar.
Well,
Oh, you put them over here. Okay, yeah. Are you looking for full screen?
Yeah.
Maybe up the top?
No.
See that box there?
No, it's not that. No, it's bigger font.
Oh, good.
Comme ça.
Yep. Joan, I agree with you with the slugs, and I agree with you with the worms. And Cat, I agree with you that salt is cruel. I'd rather just let them drown. You know, they drown in beer. They're happy. There's lots of people have done that. It's proved, it works. Yeah, Neil, you're right. Raising money for the NHS is always a noble cause, and if you want to read a book of jokes involving slugs, as well, there you go. What else can I say? Lee, I didn't realise there was a tinned chopped tomato shortage.
Really?
That's what he says. He's found some plum tomatoes. Do you ever actually use plum tomatoes in cooking whole, or do you always chop them?
Oh no, whole no. I always get them ready chopped because I'm a bit lazy.
So you can always chop them yourself, Lee. Radical, I know.
Well, I used to do that, but it costs the same to have them chopped or not. So I get them chopped. Right, here we go. Right, there's a link to Harry Trow's Facebook post about his slug book.
Lost my needle.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
All right.
There's a limit to how much harm I can do you. So yeah, can you see the link to Harry's book?
Mrs. McBroom, no canned tomatoes in Aldi. I've not been into Aldi since this all started because it's not big enough for social distancing unless they've taken out the middle aisle thing.
Don't mind me. I've just lost my needle that I was working with. Oh, wait a minute. I see it. Waiting.
Mind you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, Keith thought you might like to see my tights.
Oh.
That's as high as they go.
Hang on. I've lost it. Do it again. Oh, this is proper yoga. No, that's the hole.
That's the hole. Oh, they're not that colour. That's come up.
That's like rubbish.
That's seriously ill person.
They're
no, these are proper
deep full on orange.
Kapow. Yes. Yeah, I found them in my sewing bag, of bits of things you like but have worn out. And they were there, and I thought, oh, are they there because I decided I didn't like the colour on, or because they've got a hole? So I couldn't find a hole, checked all over, put them on, delighted, and then thought, oh, I found the hole. Never mind.
Okay.
Let's have a look. But
right.
plum tomatoes are really nice and cookie, aren't they? I mean,
yeah.
you use them in
Lee
so
Braithwaite,
much.
crush them with your hand. Yeah. I must make you feel all masterful and dominant and thing. Maybe.
There you go.
Neil Pye doesn't have a Facebook account. Well, you can't have the book then.
Cindy, I'm with you on
Neil,
rhubarb.
Sorry,
just don't.
Neil or anybody who doesn't do Facebook, if you actually want to donate
for Harry
a £5, email me info@keithcooks.com, and I'll get him to give me a link, a way that you can get the PDF or get the booklet.
If you want the booklet, you're going to have to send your address as well, obviously.
Because he has got a website, and I should have got the URL.
Oh, he has?
Separate. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm just an idiot.
No, you just can't remember everything. But, well, why don't you just
ask him?
But you can add that later on, can't you? You can just put it on the end of the in the comments box on this live stream, so that folks can get to the website. All right, so short version is Harry Trow's website contact details will be on here at the end. Right, what
James, Trump tights. No, Joan Strine, crazy pantry full of things, freezer full of poultry.
Yeah, James, the colour it looked on screen. Yes. Let's just move swiftly along.
So, Logan, what are you on? Yes, I have worn a dress, but I'm not generally into cross-dressing. So.
Yeah, we watched Billy Elliot last night, didn't we? So Keith had never seen it before. I was so surprised, especially as he comes from a mining background. So we'd missed that. So absolutely brilliant.
I don't think we get moles. Do we? We don't get moles.
Not in here. No. I mean, you do see them if you go out for a ride in the countryside. You will see molehills all over fields. Yeah. Actually, down where we see the travellers' horses, you get molehills there.
All right.
Yeah. So no.
Okay. Farley the preppers didn't run out of stuff. That's because the world hasn't ended yet. Give them time.
Sugar drop tomatoes.
I don't know.
Me neither.
No. Brilliant tomatoes in hot countries. Yes,
I think
absolutely.
I mean, I grow them in the greenhouse, and we were eating them like sweeties last year. They were lovely. So if you do it in the greenhouse, you'll be fine. Just plenty of water. Palumpa leggings. Thanks, Brenda. Right.
16-week liquid diet. No actual food till October.
Hang on, I thought that the pots were all shut.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed some. Okay. In all seriousness, Lee, why? And I mean, what's the benefit? And are you talking about living on
San Miguel or Peroni?
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, tell us.
Neil Pye, was I a Bevan boy? I'm not sure what that is.
I've heard of. There's an iron Bevan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's beverage. So let's have a look. See, both of those were to do with social improvement. Bevan boy.
Bevan boy.
Bevan boys, young British men conscripted to work in the coal mines.
Oh, how bloody old do you think I am?
Between 1943 and 1948. Keith was the first.
That'll be a no.
First generation son not to go down the pits. Weren't you? In your family. Going back how far, do you think?
Oh, well, I don't know. Because I didn't know my granddad's,
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, but it was a mining village. So all right, so you don't know about your great granddads or anything. But yeah, that would.
I was the first to get a degree.
Yeah, but mining was a protected operation during the occupation during the Second World War.
During the war.
So I expect your granddad and your great granddad.
So yeah, I didn't realise that people were conscripted to work down the pits. If you already worked down the pit, then you weren't going to get forced to join the army, and and that. But yeah.
Fruit and veggies in hot countries. Do you know what, Kat? I think the thing about hot countries is markets are still very much a part of life. Britain, it's all moved over much more to supermarkets, and I don't think that fresh fruit and veg are enshrined in British culture the way they are in other countries. We're much more about commercially produced stuff and packaged stuff and convenience. I think. I know it's improved, but I think that's the way Britain goes. So I mean, do you think I'm talking tosh? Would you agree? I mean, you do much more shopping for food than I do.
Yeah, I wasn't actually listening.
Married 37 years.
No.
I know, it's only 34. 37. Who's that? That's Robert Fripp and Toyah Wilcox. They've been married 37 years.
Wow.
We've only been married 34.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Joan, tornado warnings.
What?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Russell Giddon, thank you. Yes, I am too young to be a Bevanport. Crikey rama.
Do you know, Kat, I realise I'm probably in a minority of this, but I really like spiders. Not the big ones with fat legs that'll take chunks out of you. No, thank you. But Daddy Longlegsies with those big, long legs. Yeah, I just love watching them. I'd rather have spiders in the house than not, because when you get flies coming into the house, the spider will get them, and I approve of that. So I just take down cobwebs when they get dusty. I don't mind spiders.
Yeah, I tolerate spiders. I wouldn't say I like them.
I actually think a lot of them are handsome. I mean, especially in the garden, you get some really amazing markings on them, and not where I've hit them with a spade or anything. So yeah, good.
Mike Whitcomb, Sweary Keith today. What are you on about? Hey,
I don't know, darling. Maybe I apologise.
I apologise.
Unreservedly. Prestidigitation.
Shut the curtains.
Sesquipedalian. Arachnophobe. Right.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Oh, Souls in Bristol. We used to live there and we were very happy there. Let's have a look. All right. So, James, when did conscription stop? Did it continue after the Second World War finished? Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, right, Mike, durian. Ken, what do you reckon? We had this coming up. This people talked about this last week. I believe it smells utterly appalling. Let's have a look. Jackfruit in tins, acquired taste. Fair enough. Nathaniel, what's happening? Have you got a cat that's like really picky, or what? Can they eat grapes? Can they drink orange squash? What's going on with the putty tats in your life? Yeah, Russell, you're right. There's more of us growing our own veg now because of coronavirus. Oh, crane flies. Oh, okay. Yeah. Did we just move from spiders to tornadoes? Did I miss a step?
Joan was worried about tornadoes, but they missed.
Right.
Tornadoes again. All right.
Yeah, that's all homegrown. Bob, I go up and down. When I'm here with you guys, I'm generally up. I was a bit nervous when I started. I didn't like sitting here at all, and had sort of build up my confidence and whatnot. I try not to inflict the grim stuff on other people. And as I say, I went for a walk this morning because I was getting to the head banging stage. It was like, as in against a wall. I try and be active and get over it,
Yeah.
Oh, funnel web spiders. I've heard of them. No, thank you. They are deadly. Our cat Keith built me a greenhouse. I tell you, he built me a greenhouse, and I think you were actually under the impression, weren't you, that if I had a greenhouse, I'd grow everything in the greenhouse, and then we could have lawn. Because I remember him getting quite upset earlier on in this year, and he says, I built you a greenhouse. I said, I know, it's full of stuff that's growing, and then I'm planting it out. I was like, yes, I'm messy, aren't I? I am a messy person. I'm trying really hard to be orderly. I'm getting better at it, which is quite annoying, isn't it?
Moving on. Lee Stewart. Do I still do DIY projects on the other channel? In my mind, in my head, I haven't actually posted on Planet Keith this year.
I'm not surprised. Honestly, he's been so busy this year. This is not me making excuses. It's just you have all sorts of interesting stuff on.
I know, but yeah.
Well, you did the photography course. You know about that. That finished last week.
Yeah. So Lee, if
3D printing, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what it's been.
That actually killed it for a year. The 3D printer was basically out of action for a whole year, and I was needing it for bits and bobs for projects. I'm doing one now, which will be a video, which is a pan and tilt mechanism for the webcam. So I've 3D printed
that's in focus, yeah.
The base. All right, so in there we'll have the an Arduino Nano and a little servo motor, and then there'll be an infrared receiver, which I have here. That's the Arduino Nano. That's the infrared receiver, and this is an infrared standard, fairly standard infrared transmitter. So I've just painted it, and so I'll have tilt up and down and pan left and right, and then in the middle plus button it just centers it. So I've been working on that for about 6 weeks, and it's the problem when you're doing a video of a project, it makes it take at least twice as long, probably more, with DIY things rather than cooking.
It's all got to be in focus. It's got to be the right angle.
Oh no, I don't even bother about that. But, so hopefully I'll get that back on stream, and also I had a little diversion into. I started doing painting before Christmas, so I was doing videos of that, because that was, it's quicker. I'll do a painting. It takes an hour or two, maybe, and then that sort of fizzled out as well. I'm really.
You started going back to it. I mean, I don't know. I think when you've got lots of interests, I don't know if other people feel the same, but when you've got quite a few interests, it's better, I think, this is what I do, to work intensively on something and see whatever it is through, and then go on and do something else that you love doing. I don't think it's just having one hobby is necessarily the answer. But can I just ask you something? Do you actually think that these things are a good idea? Because it just seems to me that you spend so much
printer.
That you spend so much time trying to figure out what it requires.
I know, but it's like, if you got a Ford Model T or a car in that age, you would spend half your life underneath it fixing it.
Oh yeah, cars were things that I remember that. Do you? When your cars were things that your dad spent Saturday afternoons under.
Yeah. So it's like that.
So do you enjoy it?
I prefer it if it just worked out of the box. If you pay 2 or 3 times more than what I paid for this is a total budget Ender 3 3D printer, right? And but you know, even an expensive 3D printer looks pretty much the same. You know, they tend not to have a lot of streamlined casing and stuff around them. So, and the interesting thing about it, I think, is that the technology, a lot of the technology ideas in that have been around for about 25, 30 years, and they were patented by some bastards. By some people hoping to make a lot of money out of licensing their technology, and nobody would pay what they wanted. So it's taken the passage of time for those patents to expire. And, you know, the technology is now all open source and cool and groovy. So we're 25 years behind where we should be with 3D printing, effectively. Anyway.
Okay, fair enough. It's just, yeah. I mean, my take on this is that I hear an awful lot of swearing and grunting and whatnot when he's on this.
No, I've done things.
Time on it.
I've broken it myself several times. I've replaced. There's probably it's probably more replacement bits, better quality bits than it is equipped with initially. Yeah, so now it's a better product. You know, it's I've turned my Model T into a BMW or something.
Henry Ford will be spinning.
So will Mr. B, Mr. M, and Mr. W.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
But anyway. I've got my things that I do. I mean, I've been building a fruit cage out of 8-foot bamboo because I haven't got a budget for the metal, you know, reusable ones that you can take down in the winter and put back. So I've been getting so wound up with that. But partly because it's been absolutely heaving down with rain after days and days of blazing sun. And I've just not been able to go out there and get it done. But I've done it all sorted except for making it pretty now. And I'm just really pleased. And the battle is part of it. Do you guys, I mean, what do you guys like doing apart from cooking? Because I know this is a cooking channel and everything. See, right, round 5, Keith.
We're counting now. We're having a sweary jar.
Oh, that's the point. Yeah, support the NHS. Right, babe. Here on in.
Right, okay.
Any blue language is going to cost you £1 every single time, yeah? Have I got your attention? I think that's focus.
No, I'm just...
Let's have a look.
Hello,
Rosalind. Sorry, we were off on a big digression there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, star anise.
You've been doing loads of stuff with coconut milk lately, haven't you?
No, mostly satay, chicken satay.
But you've been putting it in other things as well. We had Thai red curry the other day. He actually used part of a Thai red curry kit to make the chicken satay, didn't you?
Oh, for the Thai red curry paste.
Yeah, because I don't know, whenever it was, I was in the supermarket and I just saw Thai red curry, Thai chicken curry, Thai green curry, picked those 2 off the shelf and just put them in the basket so they'd be there sometime when we're just in the mood. And got used to something else.
Yeah, odd socks. Yeah, we.
You like your odd socks, don't you?
Yeah, I went through a phase of probably like 30 years where I just bought black socks because then all you've got is black socks and nobody's going to look that closely to see if they actually match. But of late, well, since I started doing yoga, I got a 6-pack of really amazing coloured socks. And you can mix and match.
Magenta, orange, plum.
Anyway.
Royal blue. Robin Hood green.
Yeah, but with a contrast colour for the toes and the heel turn. And so, yeah, they...
So you're wearing one of each, didn't you?
Yeah.
Great.
Our yoga teacher just couldn't really hack it.
She loves it now, though, doesn't she?
Well, no, because the yoga, they've got this idea that one colour represents a chakra. So if you mix them together, what you're doing to your feet or what are you doing to your body, and some of it doesn't work out. Because
right.
Yeah.
I was actually reading about Tibetan what do I mean? Prayer flags this morning.
All right.
And they come in the 5 colours of the elements. So it's blue, white, red, green, and yellow. So not the 7 colours of the rainbow, but just those 5. And then there's all these sort of connotations for these colours. But I don't think the colours socks you've got actually fit with chakras at all.
No, they don't. They're really.
So I don't think she should worry about it.
No, yeah. So Lee Braithwaite, yes. I love my 3D printer. In fact, just bought another one. What is it? What is it? What you got? What you got? Okay, Anycubic. All right.
Okay.
I'm not going to be in the market for another 3D printer. In the near future, in fact.
I think you've invested too much of your life in this one, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I can get some cracking stuff out of it now. You know, it's not that. Bad join there.
Rosalind, is yellow squash butternut squash, or is that a different one? So Keith did butternut squash the other day, basically because I begged, and he doesn't like it, but he cooks it beautifully. Excuse me.
I don't like it because of the peeling. The skin is like rock hard.
Oh, I don't mind doing that for you. If that's all it is, I thought you didn't like the flavour.
Yeah, that as well. But
because Keith's actually got a sweet tongue, as we know, sweet tooth, but much more than me. But I do like butternut squash, and you put caraway seeds in it, don't you?
No, that was cumin and
okay.
ginger, I think.
It was very nice, and I actually mashed down what was left and microwaved it and had it on toast as a kind of a pate. And it was really nice. But I did actually think I'm going to try the rest of it as with Marmite, because I think that would be fantastic.
With
thin skin of
squash.
Yeah, thin skin of Marmite on the toast, buttered toast.
Okay.
And then a great wodge of butternut squash pate.
All right.
Nom.
All right. Lee Braithwaite uses 3D printer to make movie prop replicas such as helmets and guns, and paints them and ages them. Fantastic, brilliant.
Lee, did you see that thing in the paper? Actually, I think it might have been a very, very old newspaper story, but oh no, it wasn't. It's recent, because somebody was out exercising, doing his coronavirus thing, and he'd gone out dressed in toy armor. Fancy dress costume, armor and a sword, and people who weren't very close to him actually saw him and thought it was for real. So they reported him to the police, and 3 armed police officers arrived and asked him to put down the weapon, sir. And then they got close enough to find out the truth.
Flipping heck. Right. Nathaniel Evans, do I love a look on Reddit? Yeah, a little bit. But I don't really understand Reddit. I don't like the look of it. You get into groups and you sort of breathe and they say, no, that's against the rules. You can't do that. Okay. Sort of thing. And it irritates me.
Look what Joan's saying about dumplings. Pierogi. Yes. Well, but look, seafood, pork and beef. Keith did pork in some, and he did cheesy mashed potato in the other one. With some garlic in it. Yeah. Oh, really good, both of them. So, but yeah, that would definitely work with seafood, I think. Beef, yeah, definitely. All right. Alan K. Hello, Alan. I didn't see Alan's name before.
Alan K, programming and playing video games.
I guess.
Don't know.
Right, don't
know. We've got storms as well as everything else. Brilliant.
Yeah.
This
was me asking about
Yeah,
hobbies.
no, we're half an hour behind now.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Anyway. Okay.
Programming and playing video games.
Okay, programming and playing big games. Yeah. All right, great.
Let's have a look.
Brenda, weather forecasting. Okay.
I'm perfectly happy to have the rain. It'd be quite nice if it wasn't quite
James,
as windy.
Making beer and amateur radio. All right.
Yeah, right. So are you part of a network? Is there a bunch of you, talking to each other on a Friday night? How does it work?
Hello, hokey cokey. Got ourselves a convoy.
Riding horses. Do you know what, Mrs. McBrew? We had a while at school where we got the chance of going for riding lessons. And so we used to go off, and I think it was a Thursday lunchtime. And so PE that afternoon would be horse riding. And I was learning and I was really enjoying it. And then I was also doing Latin. This is one of my great beefs in life, I tell you. And there wasn't room for it on the timetable. So our Latin teacher volunteered out of the goodness of his heart to teach us during Thursday lunch breaks. That was how it was presented to us. So that was the end of me going riding.
Okay.
I'd like to start again sometime.
All right. Neil Pye likes to watch people cook.
Yeah.
Rosalind Martin, course language in very public places. Yeah. Okay. So Logan, you got pets. I have a cocktail. I think it's probably not a cocktail. Maybe a cockatool or something.
Yeah, cockatiel. It'll be a cockatiel.
Okay.
Is that a cockatiel called Mohammed?
Anyway.
Yeah, you're going to have to clarify that one, Sal.
Oh, Nathaniel Evans made an axe. Excellent. Whoa. Excellent. Sure.
There's a guy down our street that he's into making things. He's a metal worker.
Oh, no, you said
about the
crossbow.
archer. Yeah.
No, longbow.
The longbow. That was. Oh yeah, I told you about it last week. End of story.
Right. Okay.
Right. Hey Stuart.
Joan Strine, good recipe for green curry. No.
Thai green curry. We
curry.
got the cat. We got the kit, didn't we? But you've done it before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've never made it. No. Thailand. It's just like, well, we got red curry or we got green curry, and it's just kind of does my head in a little bit. Cindy Murata, drowning sauce, shredding, probably close. Are we talking about jackfruit here, or what? I did pretend pulled pork using jackfruit.
Mike, I don't know what you said that was facetious, but I think Lee Braithwaite didn't realise it.
So we won't.
We'll not go there. Yeah, that was axe. Never mind. Derek, really? Are you an archer? Where'd you go to do it? So Ken Keefe made pierogi, which are Polish dumplings. They you got the yawns today, haven't you?
No. Ken, dumplings. So many
dumplings.
Things get called dumplings.
Yeah, English dumplings. What are they made with?
Suet and flour.
Yeah, so
flour.
Suet. But Polish dumplings, there's no suet in Polish dumplings, is there?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So what about yours?
I think it just refers to a kind of dough that's boiled, effectively. But like wontons and that have a filling and pierogi. But English dumplings, they're not filled. They're just a clump of dumpling.
It's a big, soggy, wonderful, starchy thing that you put on top of a winter stew.
Yeah.
It's marvellous. Yeah. Barb, okay. Congratulations. I'm not a particularly good gardener, but I'm an enthusiastic one. So well impressed with your 2 pounds of potatoes.
And bird feeding.
Yeah, but 2 pounds of potatoes, she did better than I did. My potatoes last year were a disaster.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Okay, right. James, Sock Secrets. Yep. Christina, like the pierogi video. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina.
Watch. Oh, Mary means you watch my videos all the time. Yeah,
Those are
great
her.
stuff.
Those are her hobbies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know I like doing sewing, hand sewing, and I like embroidery, but I can't draw. I can't paint. I mean, I've got watercolors, I've got acrylics, I've got pencils of different grades, but he just sits down and goes da 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 da, and there it is. And our son's much the same. Not me.
Okay, Rosalind, grill outdoors. No, I've got a titchy little barbecue thing. I really struggle to get it alight and get temperature right and everything. I need to have a big old outdoor cooker, gas powered cooker, probably.
Yeah.
Cat don't tempt me.
Yeah, Cat and Nathaniel. Let's just stop that one there, shall we? If you wouldn't mind.
When the husband was it black, white, and blue socks. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I think washing machines are a portal to another dimension for socks. It must be.
Enjoy your socks. Wear them. You can make sock puppets, actually.
Yeah.
There you go.
Rosalind, what I use the 3D printer for is it's at the moment it's like casings for bits of circuitry and projects.
And Nathaniel, again, I don't know what it is with you and cats, but yes, you can.
Oh, the Calicat. Yeah. Well, you've always got to do that. All right, butternut squash korma is something you should try.
Zucchini. I call that courgettes here.
Yeah.
But I took a photograph of my courgette and I put it on Facebook. Honestly, there's a green one. It is that long.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
And it's that. I'm not joking.
Really?
Yes. I've never seen a courgette that big.
That's a scotch.
So I meant to tell you about it yesterday, but yeah, can we have courgette for dinner tonight, please?
Not tonight, no.
Okay. Soon, cause it's big. Butternut squash korma. Ooh, that sounds good. Maybe not to you, but
James.
Breathe.
Does Mrs. Keith cook? And what is she like?
Not very often and not very good. There you go. Yeah. Joan, thank you. I would quite like to get in there sometimes, but it feels like invading his territory, actually. But I know when I'm well off, so I'm not going to argue. Are
you spiritual, religious? No.
I was brought up Catholic. I think I've seen too much of what happens between people of different religious beliefs, and but also I'm not keen on the very, what would I say? Let's say the dogmatic approach to how people live their lives. But spiritual, I would say so. Okay. Boiled and fried pies? I don't know. So the only spirits I like are in bottles. James Gocha. Okay, babe. After 3. 10 Please do not say.
10 for good buddy.
Please do not say.
10 for good buddy.
So were you a Bevan boy, Keith?
10 for good buddy. No.
James Gocha defended you.
Anyway, this is about radio, isn't it? Amateur radio.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Do you have your own radio station, or what? I live where the engines are to teach the arrivals from across Bondas.
Yeah, that's what Thanksgiving was all about, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Cat.
Beef dripping and cooking.
Beef dripping, yeah, for chips. I do. Only for about the last year because. People go on about it, and I would go to the butchers, and there's like, the dripping, little tub, pound, but and you need like 2 litres possibly, so you need about 12 quid's worth of those tubs to do your chips, and then I discovered that you can actually buy blocks of it made by Britannia for like 35p for a quarter kilo, And so yeah.
And unlike having to keep the chip pan like permanently full of oil, we wait until the beef dripping has cooled down.
Yeah.
So it's still liquid, but then you can just tip it back into a plastic tub and put it away, and it's there for next time.
Saul Logan likes Arabic Indian music. You like that, don't you?
I like Arabic music. I like some Indian music. So, oh, Mrs. McBrew, I used to ride in it was a local riding school in Lincolnshire, and I was 13. You'd think I'd be over it by now. Cockatiel, yes. Motown when I clean the house. Yes, go for it, Joan. So yeah, I think good music when you're cleaning up is good. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
That's a point.
Oh, with Miles.
Yeah. Miles. Somebody, Moby on a radio program the other week said
no.
Melvin Thingy and the Blue Notes.
Yeah.
Melvin.
Harold
Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Okay.
And he said he was 23 before he discovered that Harold Melvin wasn't actually the singer, and it was Thingy Prendergrass. Teddy Prendergrass.
Okay.
And
right.
So I was listening to Teddy Prendergrass while cleaning up this week.
Right. So Logan, do you play any instruments? Oh, you're not asking us, so we won't tell you about the ukuleles that we don't play. Greetings from Granada. Oh yeah.
Hello, Mr. Paul Pantry.
You paint.
Oh, circus. What did you do? Come on, Paul. You and your wife. What did you used to do?
Okay, right, Guy. We've been married 34 years.
Yeah. You can grow okra in the UK. Yeah. Background music when working.
I do not know. Well, because working either means for me mostly shooting video or I'm editing a video, so I can't have background music on in either of those scenarios. Or it means I'm doing a bit of coding, and I also can't have music on because I need to concentrate totally on what's going on. And not be distracted by music. I love music, but most of the time I can't. When I'm working, no, I can't have it. If I'm doing some graphic design or drawing something, then yeah, I can. But the other things.
I'm just saying, if I'm sewing or something like that, or gardening, then I can be doing that, and I can actually be listening to the music, not just have it in the background. But I can't concentrate if I've got a lot going on. Yeah,
Mike needs to get a Weber with a chimney starter. I mean, there's things I quite fancy a big green egg, but it's lots of money, and I don't know how much usage I would get out of it. I suspect not enough.
Mrs. McBrew, we haven't got a barbecue to stick a prawn on.
We have got that. We've got that tiny one.
Oh, like the little
I bought this tiny little kettle barbecue online. In my dreams, it was this big. In reality, it's like this big, and it's stands 18 inches off the ground.
I'm thinking we haven't got a barbecue because next door have got one, and it's one of those big, things that you can gather around. Darbo, congratulations! Yes, that was me yesterday.
Thanks for sharing.
No, but don't you feel virtuous afterwards, eh? Right. Painting and impressionism. Thank you, Cindy.
It's my impression of a painting.
I actually, one of the things I like about embroidery is that you do it one stitch at a time, and you're less likely to make a mess and get it all wrong. Let's have a look. Unhealthy penchant for all the accessories. Oh, Mike, I thought you were talking handbags. I've just realised you're talking about the barbecue. Right. On.
Oh, we've got all religious now, don't we?
Okay. Oh, that was that. Yeah, right. So, yeah.
Right. Darbo boiler, do not eat dogs. Yeah. Oh, you can't.
Right. If Guinness could cure the coronavirus, I'm fairly sure it would have been mentioned by now.
Neil Pye, maybe watch. Well, I watch the BBQ Pit Boys because I mean I don't actually learn anything about cooking because I don't know. They seem to be all about let's see how big and fat and greasy and juicy and wonderful and lovely it is.
What we're talking about?
Barbecue Pit Boys. But
okay.
Have you not seen them? They're like like ZZ Top. They're these couple of old dudes, big beards and a bit extravagant, a bit mad,
and they know what they like.
Yeah. Get a little hibachi, Barbie. Yeah.
Oh, Ken, my aubergines are growing. Yes. They're old seed, and I didn't think they were going to do anything, but they are. I was going to say they're hatching. I'm a bit vague on the difference. Everything to me is a living thing, unless it's a brick.
Oh my God. What? Mr. Paul's Pantry. We were duo Paul Oro clowns with a comedy car routine, and we also did a Red Indian knife throwing and stock whip
act. Oh my goodness. That's proper circus, isn't it?
That knife throwing. No. Neil Pye, ever used a Dutch oven? No, I have not. I think it's just kind of it's just, I don't know, it's just saucepan, isn't it? Big saucepan. Okay. I don't know.
I know what a Hungarian oven is. It's a big beehive shaped thing. It goes all the way up to the ceiling of the room. The chimney goes out.
What?
Hungarian oven. I mean, a proper oven from back in the day when people,
had
big kitchens.
Boffin Grusky, great question. Do our neighbours know it? We are infamous YouTubers.
They might do. They might do.
They've never said.
People find their way to us or not. It's not the sort of thing you go around telling your friends, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, Darbo, I'm glad you got it out of the way.
Though.
It's possible.
Are you the one that brought it back from China?
Leave him alone. Wow. But that means you've got your antibodies, so that's a good thing. Let's have a look. Yeah, Russell, I'll tell you if they actually produce aubergines. At the moment, I've basically got, your little basic little leaves coming up, but they are coming up where they were sown in the little pots. They're in the greenhouse, and I have hopes.
Lee Stewart, have I thought about doing a podcast?
Podcast?
Yeah.
Have you?
No. Yes and no. I don't know.
We've not talked about it, but what's you thinking?
Well, then we could talk about, how we're going to fix the world and save.
Oh, but podcasts are things where you sit and you do all the talking. I mean, I don't know about you, but I like this. I like you guys being there. I don't know that I'd want to sit and. So podcast is basically a talking blog, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
So I subscribe to lots of podcasts, but that's it. What's that?
That one.
Oh, look, can we have no further discussion of Donald Trump or the government of any particular country or whatever? Seriously, because
this is why I need to do a podcast.
No, it's not just that. I mean, this stirs up some really strong emotions, and there's enough rubbish going on already, and I just don't want to do that here. I really don't. I'm upset just thinking about it.
Okay.
Please don't.
Saul Logan, ever smoked tobacco weed? Interesting. Dutch oven was far too. Darbo, well, no, it's not that. Complicated. Right, not going there. Yeah, I don't like okra. I think it's a bit slimy.
Yeah, I'm not keen either.
Yeah, baba ganoush, we like that, don't you?
Yeah.
You're right. You're gonna.
Yeah. Just didn't want to go there.
Okay.
So somebody was asking before if, you know, said, oh, you always come across as really happy. Are you always like that? I feel things quite strongly, and I think lots of us do. And yeah. I'll tell you what I'm doing out of off camera shot. I've got a nightshirt. I love this thing. My auntie sent it to me. Right, I've got a nightshirt. It's not colours or anything I would have picked, but I just love this thing. And I've worn a hole in the elbow. So I've got a little wooden darning mushroom in there. And I've got 2 colours. So I'm going across with that, which is fairly close, but not quite right. And then I'm going to go down with the blue. So there we go. That's what I'm doing. Where are we up to?
Okay, like your shirt. Dutch oven is a deep cast iron pot with a lid. You can use it for baking, chicken frying, soups and stews. Yeah, so it's like it's just a big cast iron pan in it, sort of thing.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. Wooden mushroom. Shows you mushroom, babe.
Oh. Yeah, it's just called a darning mushroom. And back in the days where darning was a fact of life, it would just be a plain ordinary thing. Nowadays, they do them like toadstools.
Oh.
So you put it inside under the hole and stretch it gently, and then it just gives you a workspace. So I'm basically just running the needle back and forth. That's what I'm doing. And you actually create a new mesh over the hole. So, all right. Let's have a look. Darning socks as a child. Yeah, James. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually currently wearing 2 pairs of socks when I'm gardening. I've got all my favourite socks that I've worn holes in because I like them so much. And I wear them inside each other instead of darning. And that works. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, elbow patches. Yes, I recognise that one. Yeah, so a lot of people actually do them in contrast colours. You know, folks, somebody was saying that people are growing more vegetables now than they used to. I think there's probably more people actively recycling clothes and upcycling and whatnot. I don't know. Even with there's a program on British TV called the Great British Sewing Bee. And this year they're doing sustainability and everything's ending up being recycled. Oh, look, Mike, there you go. I do watch Joe Lycett's Great British Sewing Bee. I liked it an awful lot better when it was Claudia's. I can't. Oh, I just find
Joe
it irritating.
He is. He's a pain in the ass.
I don't need that sort of inane humour.
I mean, I love it. I can't sew. I'm not interested in ever learning to sew, but I love watching it because, well, I'm a designer, so you know, and they have to design stuff and solve problems, and yeah, it's all.
But it's interesting to see though how people really develop with it. It's a tremendous learning space. You know, I learned from watching it, but the people there. They sort of see what the other people do, or the challenges that they get, like stuff that they'd never dream of doing, and then they have to do it in the time, and they manage it, and they see what other people do. I think it's a great program. We watch it every year, don't we?
Oh, we do. Yes, we look forward to it. Thanks,
James.
We'll just wave that away. I was quite interested to see Patrick Grant, who was the big, tall tailor, posh tailor, exposed as having been a rugby player in his formative years.
Yeah.
He played for Scotland.
I can't remember who he played for.
I think he did.
Yeah,
and scored a try. He showed it. Yeah.
I like him. I think he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, a bit brutal sometimes. It's like, you know.
Do you really think so?
Well, you know, if you don't get your seams straight and you've got your darts puckered and your peplums bent.
We've tried watching that fantastic craft thing.
No.
Oh, it's appalling. Oh God, and I mean it's utterly inane. I thought you could. Well, you do, don't you? You think sometimes you can learn something for it. I like seeing people being creative, but we've got to a point. I think we've watched
3. We're not watching anymore. It's
just and they just talk to us like we're idiots, but they talk to each other. Yeah, Patrick, when he, if the seams aren't straight, etc., he'll say so. But one of the judges, he's a French designer. He's got a couple of books out on sort of knitwear and things like that. And he's got no idea about being a judge on something where people are learning it, because he comes in from every comment he makes comes from his personal preferences. And afterwards he'll say things like there was that one that did the bridge in copper pipes, which you weren't impressed by. But right at the end he said, I thought you should have put people on it. I was like, where does that come from? It's all about personal preferences. I think the other one, what's her name? Anybody who's been watching, has anybody watched that?
Female judge.
Yeah.
Not a clue. No idea.
Tammy.
Rainbow hair.
Somebody Vine.
No.
Harriet Vine. Now she knows what she's doing. So, but that program.
Right. Okay.
Haggis. We got haggis, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is for your cooking on Monday, isn't it?
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So guys, what do you think? He's cooking with haggis, but he's not just doing haggis. What do you think he's doing?
And bacon.
You're just giving too much of the game away. Where's the fun in that? You got 7 minutes and then we're stopping. So see what you can do.
No, we were 15 minutes late.
Oh, we were, weren't we? Yeah.
21st century Kenneth Williams. Insult to Kenneth Williams, yes, indeedy. Yeah.
Oh, Lee. Right. Yeah. Mind you, Kenneth Williams didn't write his own material. He's got to.
Oh, does Joe Lycett?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to do
well, of course, Mike Whitcomb would get it.
There you go.
Because he requested it.
That's it, Mike. Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Good one. I just saw haggis this morning. Thought, yes. Check it. Yeah. Oh, hello, Dragonstorm. Yeah, we started 17 minutes late, so we will be running later. My beloved has just informed me. So there you go. Oh, right. These so expensive seats. Okay.
Yeah. A Mars bar and haggis-based dessert. Not. No. Neil, I don't understand what that means. If it's haggis, then you'll need a bucket full of Buckfast.
I've heard of Buckfast Abbey, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Game show. Guess that dish.
Mike Whitcomb, yes, we'll be having a wiki sauce.
Oh, right. Okay. So Darbo Boyle, when you were saying about the Channel 4 gang of so-called comedians, is that from what's that from? Is that what we were talking about before, or is this another program? Let's have a look. Pester. Oh, Mike. How's your chili? Oh, right. Okay. Hang on, Neil. You're not talking about whiskey, are you? Oh, wait a minute. Buckfast. Got it. He's not talking about, because I thought whiskey's not a strong fortified wine.
No.
But Buckfast will be.
All right. I've never heard of that.
No, never seen that at all.
Yeah.
So, and my father was a Scot, and it's not something I've ever heard of.
Yes.
Cool. Oh, Joan, there's a song from a band called New Scientists, and there's a YouTube video. So it's New Scientists, and the track's called I Cut My Own Hair. Everybody, I recommend it. Let's have a look. The pipes, don't I? Darbo. All right, got you. Ponytail time. Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mine's actually long enough to put up. I'm having good fun with it, and I've also started doing little headbands and things, haven't I? So didn't want to wear one today.
No.
But there you go.
Anyway, I'm gonna have a secret thing.
But you can't tell us what it is because it's a secret.
They're rubbish. I'm gonna have to do something with the bit over my ears because it really annoys me.
Well, you have to tuck it back in that way. That'll make
No, that really annoys me as well.
Well, I'll tell you what you should do is just leave it, because you and pretty well everybody around, that everyone's letting their hair grow longer. And then just see how far, don't do that. And then just see how far it goes. You might decide to fancy being a hippie.
I know, but I tried to grow it as long as it would a while ago, and it doesn't grow as long as, I can't even do a ponytail with it. It's, oh yeah, Jimmy Carr I like. He's all right. The rest of them are not funny at all. Yeah.
See, I don't know who any of these people are. I've not listened to them.
You know Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, but I've forgotten who he is. Oh, listen, last night we watched Michael McIntyre's Big Show compilation. He's doing 4, and honestly, people, if you can get, what channel is it on? Is it BBC One?
BBC One. Yeah.
Right. If you can find Michael McIntyre's Big Show, the current compilation thing, absolutely hilarious. Even if you don't bother going the whole thing and just watch the first 15 minutes to the end of his stand-up. Absolutely hysterical. Honestly, falling off the sofa funny. So good. Wasn't he? It's not just me.
Yeah,
he was good. Keith has a chef's cap. He's tried it. He doesn't like them. So there you go. It's Victoria Beckham. This is all hair as well, I think. I think we've gone from jokers to bear.
All right, Nathaniel Evans. Stuart Lee is comedy god. I mean, absolutely brilliant. Richard Herring, I don't really know. Okay. James, go just stop being so polite and close the session. Well, ta-ra.
Feel free to go if you wish. Let's have a look.
Interesting typo there. Dara O'Brien. not Data. But not bad.
Joan, if you want to hit the bottle, that's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't like soap operas either. When we were saying when Keith was away in Saudi for a year, and so I put our son to bed, me being back in England, and I started watching EastEnders, which used to be on twice a week, and I started watching it for company, storylines, characters, yada yada yada. And then I realised I was always really emotional on a Tuesday or a Thursday, and I just got so churned up by it all. I think it's the actress in me. I get all involved with what's going on, and it's just too real. I can't watch them. They all seem to be about people being horrible to other people.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever allowed to be happy for more than.
I know you've got to have drama. Apparently, people being happy isn't interesting.
Oh dear.
So yeah.
Right, James is staying.
All right. Darbo, Stuart Lee is genius. Yes, indeed. And Lee Stewart, are you a comedy god? Nearly.
Darbo, if you want to try stand up, try stand up. Just do it. Once coronavirus has gone, you could do it.
There was a friend of mine in
local pubs
in Madrid did a little course on stand up, a workshop. I don't know if it was one session or a few, but you had to by the end of it, you had come up with your own routine and performed it in front of the rest of the group. And as an aside, it turns out the guy that ran this workshop was on my foundation course at art college, and he was a performance artist at that point. And now he's not. Well, I don't think he's famous. What's his name?
I was going to ask you. That's your friend.
It's got Logan in it. That's his first or
Phyllis.
last name. No.
Johnny. Srun.
Shush.
I know, it was bad. So.
Yeah, anyway. So I asked my mate why he'd done it, and he said it was just to get experience of public speaking and confidence of it, standing up in front of a load of strangers and talking like. So yeah.
But yeah, I mean, some pubs do sort of come all you
open
nights.
mics, yeah,
open mics. That's it. Yeah,
used to.
So get up and at least you'll be like everybody else up there, giving it a go, and you'll be kind to one another.
Okay.
Right.
Henry Phillips, Mike Whitcomb. I don't know.
But he does cooking videos slightly different to yours. He's writing it down, Mike, as you intended. Dublin means Blackpool. Oh, right. Yes. Flood warnings and tornado alerts. Yeah, Joan, I would stay in and watch TV. Actually, BBC Two's apparently doing all sorts of classic movies. So Some Like It Hot's on there. Oh, that's the one that I was going to watch the other night, but we got sidetracked and I've forgotten what the others are. But, you've got stuff like Brief Encounter. God,
can't stand that.
It's all right. You don't have to watch it. But for folks who like that, there's a whole...
No, I mean, they need to remake that, but with proper accents. It's the accent.
Oh, right,
the British received brilliant.
Oh, yeah. What's it?
It's bloody awful.
Where there was, that's a classic film, and yeah. And you can do another one for another age, but
or just do it with modern English because the accent is so I don't know, brutal. I just can't.
Yeah, it's all right. There was a thing on the radio the other day. And it started out with a public announcer speaking in something like this, and it was just hideous. And they kept playing this thing over and over again. And actually, I think it was a female announcer. And I realised it's like, this is partly why I cannot stand Alexa. That utterly pitch perfect perfection. It says that you're doing it wrong and you need to say it properly, so that Alexa can understand. Yes?
11.
11. Yeah. Tell them. This was a video we saw.
Oh, it's a little sketch. Couple of.
This is really good. Find this.
Glaswegian Scots guys in a lift.
Possibly comedians.
It's voice activated, so it says, "Which floor would you like to go to?" And a guy says, 11.
And they're Scottish, and it's not accepting their accent. It's pure accent fascism. Honestly, it's hysterical. So, I don't know, look up two guys in a lift. Accent, 11, whatever. Oh, brilliant. Henry's Kitchen. Oh, that'd be that Henry Phillips, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you're disabled, is that your mobility or what's the problem there? And do you know, I can't imagine being deaf. I know that sounds really stupid, but I can't imagine being deaf. I mean, does it mean that you can't? I mean, I have tinnitus, right? So even if I put my fingers in my ears, there's noise going on. Didn't used to have it, but I have had now for years. So is your twin, if someone's deaf, can they actually hear noises in their head or not hear noise at all? Genuine question. Guys and Dolls. Do you know? I've never seen that. I'd like to see that.
I don't know if I have. I don't know if I would.
Right. I don't know about... No, you probably wouldn't because it's a musical. Television, I take your point, but, you've got to be selective, haven't you, Mrs. McBrew? Sci-fi. We watch some, don't we? But not very often.
Yeah, not heard of Paycheck.
Oh, I'll tell you what's on that list for BBC Two. I Walked with a Zombie. I saw that years ago. It's one of the worst films ever made. It's fantastic.
Great. No, sci-fi. We watched Upload on Amazon Prime last week.
I could have watched them all back to back.
Well, we did. Well,
very nearly. No, we had 24-hour bursts in
2 or
between.
3 days. But yeah.
But I'm ready for the next series.
It was interesting.
Yeah, really. I tell you what, we started watching Alec. What's his surname? Alex Rider. Alex Rider, the Anthony Horowitz novel turned into a TV series.
It's supposed to be for kids.
Yeah, I know. I tell you what, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And yesterday, when I was really not having a good day, I thought, I really want to go in there and watch another episode of somebody having a worse day than I'm having and coming through it. But I knew you weren't ready to watch Alex Rider yet.
Well, I watched 2 hours of it.
Yeah, I know, but I really like that. But, that's very good.
Darbo Boyle. Alexa doesn't understand your missus, who's from Hyde in Cheshire. And
really?
Is it relevant that Dr. Shipman was a doctor?
Let's have a look. Stand-up comedians, Australian comedians, soap. I've not seen that, actually. No, have we seen that?
Soap the Soap?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I think, obviously, spoof thing.
A spoof out there.
Right. Kat, I'm with you on Alexa. I mean, Keith gave this to me for Christmas one year, and I did use it and got some use out of it, and then it did an upgrade or something, and nothing I said or did made it happy. So you've got it back, darling. It worked.
Alexa.
I love the way it's not plugged in. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's charging. Plan 9 from outer space. Oh, yes.
Landslide in Norway. So, good of you, Joan. That's it. Bob the Puppet. Oh, yeah. And on Michael McIntyre last night, there were some puppets. I'm not telling you any more, just in case you watch it, so you can enjoy it when it comes. B movies. Yes. How can something almost star Bella Lugosi? I think we ought to go and have a look for that one. Right, Darbo.
Mate,
hey, what's
stop saying whose name? Not Alexa.
Oh, is it setting somebody's got it in the house? Stop. You rotter.
You rotter.
We're going to have to stop in 8 minutes so I can thump my husband properly. I don't want somebody in my house that listens to me. Oh, come on. Some people would actually go, oh, I could have something in the house that listens to me. But they might be married. Oh, hello, Ludwig. I'm afraid we're going soon. In fact, technically you've missed us. We've normally stopped by 4 o'clock. So 2 to 4 is our time. I don't know what that is in South Africa. I have created a monster.
Have you?
Yes.
Is she called Alexa? I'm sorry. Randy, your favourite movie is The Great Race. Remind me.
No idea.
Have you seen that?
I can't. I don't know what it's
about. It's about race. Big one.
Oh my lord! Almost starred. Bela Lugosi died before the film was finished, and Ed Wood used the footage in his film.
Oh my god, Ed Wood. We saw a film about him. The worst movie director ever. Magnificent Men in the Flying Machines. Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Of course you have.
No, I've never seen that. I'd like to see that.
Oh.
Any funny and comedy movies made in the UK? All right, what's that whole batch in recent years? There was the Policeman one. What's that
Oh,
one?
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
Is he called Simon Pegg?
That's his name, yeah. But the film, guys, Simon Pegg movie.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. So, Shaun of the Dead. How's Shaun spelt on that one?
Shaun.
S-E-A.
S-H.
S-H-A-U-N. Shaun of the Dead. But yeah. Oh crikey! Anybody? What is it?
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. There we go. Mike Whitcomb said it. There you go, Ken. Hot Fuzz. Monty Python. I hate to say this, is quite dated now.
Yeah,
I know because we've got
a
the complete,
DVD, and oh my god, it's very hard to watch. It's.
I think. Yeah, it was of its time, but Hot Fuzz is really good.
And Paul, the one they made in America,
Paul,
with the space
alien.
So cool.
Yeah. There you go, Soul. We enjoyed that. 1984.
Darbo Boyle is related to Jimmy Boyle.
That. Yeah.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Michael Crichton, State of Fear. Death at a Funeral. I'm guessing that's a comedy. We were talking about this.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
I know. Michael Crichton, he doesn't write comedies, does he? Sorry.
No, he wrote Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Brenda, what that great Leslian professor, is that? Don't know. Natalie. So Tony Curtis, Natalie Wood, and Jack Lemmon.
Is that The Great Race?
Right.
Yeah.
Finger trouble. Right. Okay. Your keyboard's fighting back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Death at a Funeral. Don't know.
Mike Whitcomb on the buses. The film on the buses. I remember.
We used to watch that.
Reg Varney and that.
That's the only name I remember. Oh, and there was a tall, skinny
the
one.
Inspector. Yeah, little Hitler mustache.
Oh, I can't remember him. I remember the other bus driver.
I bloody have you, Butler.
Neil Pye. Monty Python has ceased to be. It is an ex-comedy show.
Just like their parrot.
Oh, bloody have you, Butler. Right, let's have a look. Peter Dinklage.
Blakey, the inspector on the bus.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. Okay.
You and Mike sort of soul kind of twins.
We might be.
A bit. Cause you're just about finishing each other's sentences. My goodness, soul.
Oh, look at that.
That is quite a tough deal you've been handed. Cool. I suppose you just get on with it, don't you?
Right. Anyway, chaps, it is 2 hours since we started.
Monty Python. It is deceased. It has ceased to be.
Yeah, no. We've had that.
I know, but we just got on to is it deceased?
Oh, no, it has ceased to be.
Yeah. Right.
No, I'm changing my mind. Let's do another half hour. All right, guys. Thank you for your patience and whatnot.
This is I think it's something like phlebodium. I don't know. I can remember the PH LEB, and it definitely ends in odium, and I can't remember what happens in between. But I love this because it's got blue-green leaves, and look at the shape of them. Do you know, I've just Neil Pye. I don't want to know.
What's he done now?
No, nothing. It's just I know he's going to look at that. I just suddenly had a. Anyway, yes.
We're
going.
Okay. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Oh my lord.
What?
Bye.